SBR recommends Betfair with a rating of A-. Click on their logo to find out why.
Hi, I'm Natalie Rydstrom and welcome to Euro Football Weekly. Joining us now is Mike Richardson, sports writer and regular contributor to SBR, and we're going to take a look at the latest La Liga gossip making the headlines this week. Mike, welcome to the show today.
Hi, Natalie.
Now, the La Liga season ended in a mighty clash with last year's third-place team, Atletico Madrid, stealing the title of last year's winners, Barcelona, when they met on Sunday. The odds are not out yet, but when they are released this week, will you bet on Atletico Madrid to win it for the second year in a row, or do you have another favourite?
I'm not going to back Atletico Madrid to win back-to-back trophies. I think what they did this season was very, very impressive, but it was very, very close. That final game there, for the sake of a single goal, it could have been a very, very different end to the season. And I don't think they're going to do it twice in a row. I feel similar to the way I feel about Liverpool over in the Premier League, even though Liverpool didn't win it. I do think they came very close, but that's going to be their best chance for a good few years to win it again. So no, I don't think Atletico Madrid are going to come out on top. I think Barcelona have got a much better bet, a much better chance of doing it.
And where would you bet them to end up here then?
I don't think they're going to make it back in the top two. I think we're going to see normal service resumed with Barcelona and Real Madrid making the top two. I think Atletico Madrid, they had a lucky season and lightning's not going to strike twice. And also they're going to have a lot more commitments, a lot more expectations. And I just don't think they've got the squad depth to do it.
Now, talking of Barcelona, making the headlines today is Czech Fabregas up for offer to Manchester United and Arsenal for a cool £45 million. Now, this is quite a surprising move from Camp Nou, I think, but apparently the club would like to generate income for pending changes. Would you say this is hearsay right now?
No, I think it's not hearsay. All of my spies over on the continent have said that this looks like he's got itchy feet and he wants to go elsewhere. Poor Fabregas has had a lot of grief from some of the fans. He's failed to perform up to what he should have done on the pitch. And I think that combined with them Barcelona failing to win the league, he's got even more grief and he's probably quite keen to move on. Pastures greener, have another opportunity. And also 45 million quid or even 40 million quid, which is what I've heard is what Man United are willing to pay for him, is enough to turn a lot of heads. And if Barcelona want to rebuild, that's the sort of money that they want to be spending. And that means that's the sort of money they want to be getting in.
Didn't they make that this offer early in the year to get Fabregas over to Manchester United?
It did, but I think Man United under David Moyes is a different proposition. Man United without Van Gaal is probably going to attract a higher calibre of players, and also Van Gaal is going to have the clout to demand more money from the owners. So yeah, I think we could well see Fabregas playing with the Red Devils next season.
Yeah, and how will that improve the Red Devils' chances of winning, do you think?
Again, he's a great player and they're a great club and a great squad, but I do think these things don't happen overnight, and they tend not to happen in a manager's first season in charge of a club. So I think they'll improve on what they did last season. They could hardly do worse, but I just don't think Man United are going to win the league next season. Yeah,
so we might be looking at it at a time, I think, here. Now, what are the pending changes you think that Camp Nou are suggesting? Is that a reason or not to bet on them as a potential 2015 La Liga winner?
Yeah, I think they're a bit of a shop around and a bit of a reshuffle. But Barcelona, they're the sort of side that is used to winning titles. Again, they've got the new manager problem, and there's Real Madrid are still going to be in contention. And Atletico, although I don't think they're going to win it, they're still going to be giving them a run for their money. So I think it's going to be a very tight and a very exciting season next season over in Spain. And Barcelona, they've got such history that, it's a reasonable, well, you wouldn't be crazy to bet against them, really.
Yeah. Well, keeping on the theme of transfers here, Barcelona midfielder Andres Iniesta has also allegedly hinted that he is ready to leave the La Liga giants. True or false?
It's very true that's allegedly been hinted, and I think it is quite possible that he's going to want to go somewhere else as well. Like I said, a bit of a regime change in Barcelona could see some of their big names moving on, and it also could be the perfect time to kind of cash in on these cash cows. So yeah, it's a very, very true rumour, if that's such a thing existing, isn't an oxymoron, that Iniesta might be going somewhere else out of the country come next season.
Okay, well, something to keep an eye on there. Also, another player rumoured to move to the UK is Real Madrid's French international Karim Benzema for a cool $40 million to Arsenal. Is that true or false?
Again, it's very true that it's rumoured, but I tend not to believe anything until dotted lines have been signed on and final whistles have been blown and fat ladies have sung.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Arsenal, after they won the FA Cup, they're going to be making a real bid for an improving on their 4th place finish in the Premier League next season. And he's the sort of player that could fill a very important role for the Gunners. And I think, yeah, Arsene Wenger is going to sign on the dotted line himself for a new contract, and he's probably got this guy on his shopping list.
Yeah. Well, how much do these rumours affect our betting odds, our futures betting odds right now?
Well, I think, as we can see, a lot of the bookies are staying away from the Spanish league until a lot of these deals have gone through. But, you know, I often say that a single player doesn't define a team, but when you look at somebody like Luis Suarez and Liverpool, he was instrumental and vital to their season and their almost win of the league. So, yeah, these things can have a huge impact on teams and how well they're going to do, and therefore have a huge impact on the odds that the bookies are going to offer us. If you want to be very clever and bet on the rumours, you could come out a rich man, but then again, a rumour isn't the truth, and so that's why the odds change after it becomes the reality.
Yeah. Well, what else is happening in the world of La Liga right now, Mike?
I think we're going to Barcelona are also after Roma's Mehdi Benetti, but he's also being courted by Manchester City. And as we got Barcelona coming second and Manchester City coming first in their respective leagues, he could well be Manchester bound. But he's almost a snip at 28.5 million, considering some of the 40 million plus mark that we've been talking about. Some different strikers and different players. I think Barcelona are also talking about going after Fernando Llorente from Juventus, but he's their big name and it's going to be a marquee sign if or when they get him.
Yeah. Now, finally here, Mike, before we finish, obviously we've got a Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid Champions League final on Thursday. Whoever Real Madrid are the favourites here, how will that, or could it affect the odds for the outright winners market, depending on either who of those win?
I always say that success begats success, and although winning the Champions League is very different to winning a domestic trophy, it can only improve the morale and the confidence of the players. But I don't think it's enough. If you look at who's won the Champions League in recent years, it's never a guarantee of league success. So I think it's going to be a great game. I am, by the way, backing Real Madrid to win the Champions League, and I have been doing it for quite a while. But I don't think that's necessarily going to guarantee them winning La Liga next season.
Okay, wonderful. Mike, that wraps things up here. Thank you for joining us today.
Cheers, Natalie. See you next time.